What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Just Saying Again. We are gonna do some GE commentary, but in this episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna rate the top viral moments of all general elections.
Correct, and
Yeah.
there are
I'm
actually
excited for this one.
not too many of them.
Yeah, not too many.
But, I mean, there are some that are very, very iconic. I think each of us also have prepared a few viral moments. So
Confirm overlap.
this time, let's start with Joel.
Yeah.
I have a friend whom I treat like a brother. One day, suddenly, he told me, "Hey, I decided I don't want my wife anymore." I was very curious. I want to know the reason why. I asked, but I was not given any answer. The next day, I found that he came to my house and told me, "Hey, brother, I think your wife is very beautiful. Do you mind you want to exchange with mine?" So, to me, I couldn't accept this kind of proposal whereby it goes against our party integrity and the value of the work that we have done in Sembawang, be it GRC or SM.
Okay, wait. So,
Can you see his wife?
because
I'm just kidding.
there's context missing, right? So what actually is he talking about? Because I know there's a three-way fight that is happening,
Yeah.
right? And the wife that he's trying to say is Sengkang.
No, Sembawang.
Oh
Yeah,
sorry,
Sembawang,
Sembawang. Yeah,
Sembawang.
Sembawang is the wife.
Oh, his wife is running.
No.
No. So like
Analogy,
Sembawang, yeah,
analogy.
the analogy is
The wife is referring to Sembawang
Oh, this
GRC.
is not a real story.
No, but people are saying that
What?
it's so oddly specific that it
It
sounds like a
sounds-
story.
so
I believed him.
they came. So imagine it's one party, and then
Yeah.
I think they split, right?
Yes, NSP and SDP, they wanted to do it together. Yeah.
Then
Not
they,
fair though, because NSP has been in this area for like 10 years, doing like on the ground work.
so then they split.
So now there's a three-way fight there.
Yeah, there's
in
a three-way
Sembawang.
fight. So I think that's the thing. I don't get what is he trying to explain.
I do though.
Let's say, so what is he trying to say?
Okay, I try to explain. So I have my wife, which is
Sengkang.
like this Sembawang
Sembawang,
GRC.
yeah.
You have your wife, which is whatever GRC. And then we all both agree that we're happily married in our lives, right? And then we will, aka, we are good with our GRCs, we'll compete in these GRCs. Then one day I come to you and I say, and one day you come to me and tell me, I'm not happy with my wife anymore. And I'm like, oh, why? And then you ghost me, right? And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then the next day you come and say, actually, I like your wife and I'm going to go for your wife instead. So in that analogy, that party is now coming to fight in Sembawang.
Okay. Wait. So the other party actually runs not Sembawang lah.
Okay.
They have never contested
Yeah,
in
never
Sembawang.
contested Sembawang.
And this party has been there for 10 years. Basically, NSP has been working in the same area, doing on the ground work, handing out flyers, everything, running in the area for 10 years.
Okay, so now I think I get it. Yeah,
And then now
I get it.
SDP is asking NSP to avoid a multi-cornered fight here. They asked NSP to go and run Holland Bukit Timah GRC. So NSP rejected.
Yeah,
That's
which
why-
they have no hope of.
Yeah,
they have
that's
no
why
presence.
that's why he's sharing this story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
wife, because there's already a close relationship that they built with that area, that region, yeah.
But it's so unnecessary to make it sexual. It's so
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Just say the other party is not loyal to whoever they are serving. It goes against my integrity. So of course I say no.
But how else will he relate to the people of Sembawang?
Why
What, wife
swapping?
swapping? And where's Sembawang Park? What the fuck? I know for sure.
The
last
hot
time-
spring.
Okay, so that's the context of the story lah.
Yeah.
Like you are running something and then you don't like anymore and then you want to come to Sembawang
Correct,
and then you
correct.
created a three-way fight.
Yes.
Yes. Does it make sense now? But that's because I think I have a bit more contextual knowledge. That's why I can understand the analogy. You know what I mean? So I don't think in an analogy, like judging the analogy itself, it's probably not the best, one to put out in the media,
Yeah.
whereby everyone's like, what are you talking about?
And he was jumping back and forth between his analogy and explaining the GRC thing. That's why
Yeah.
people are very confused.
Actually, I think this is a good learning opportunity to share why, like the whole context, right? Because when we look at opposition parties, and when it comes to a three-way fight, most of the time they don't. I think all of the time when it's a three-way fight, they don't win against the PAP. So the common person is like, why do you go into a three-way fight? isn't it the most logical thing that you will back out, right? So in this situation, it's like, why can't one of you back out? But it's a lot of context and background here. Well, one, the NSP has had so much time that they've spent, building the groundwork, momentum in this area, and they've already kind of like told everyone, "Hey, this is our area. We're gonna go for this." And then when the SDP is coming in, it's not because they're trying to be greedy or they're trying to like push NSP out. They came up with a strategy to say, look, I'm going to go to the north. I think I stand the highest chance there. And at the end of the day, every party is just trying to win seats for themselves also. And they look at, their odds, and I guess whatever data they have, they figured out that the north is where they're probably going to stand the highest chance. So you see them, saying, okay, this year we're going to send Dr. Chi up north as well, because Bukit Batok SMC no longer exists after the boundaries being redrawn. So contextually, you also have to sympathize with SDP, like where else are they gonna compete, and what is the best possible move for them?
So the lesson here is don't try to steal people's wife.
Thank you.
The lesson here is
Thank
don't
you.
use the wife stealing analogy.
Yeah, no, don't steal
Wife
people's
swap.
wife. Yeah,
Wife swap.
The idea
wife
is
swap.
media training. I think what they need to understand, and I'm going to say this from the heart, you need to understand that what you say is going to be taken out of context, everything you say. So like, for example, in a long speech, your caveats, everything like that, they will take it out and it'll be a short little clip, it will be on social media. So make sure that every single thing you say, you will be fine with it in a TikTok.
Yeah, 100%.
But you see, the flip side of that, right, is they prepare, then they have the cue cards. Then people are going to be angry about that also.
At this point,
everything's scripted.
less angry than wife swap and choices.
Yeah,
At
it's
this
like,
point.
Yeah, that's why I say, hey guys, invest in a teleprompter. Like, even I use a teleprompter sometimes, what the fuck, for ads, I can't remember, I play teleprompter in front of me. Just use a teleprompter.
It's a doorstop interview. He can't.
Okay, that one can lah, but so many. If you know in your head that the analogy doesn't make sense, just go with the truth.
My
Just say,
media strategy, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I just go with the truth where people will straight away understand. Just say, I don't think it's fair that they're coming in when I spend a lot of time here, blah, blah, blah.
No, exactly. Just keep it short and sweet. If it doesn't go viral, that's good. Put out your own media that's like credible. And even if it doesn't go viral, good. Like, WP hasn't gone viral for anything and it's good.
Specific to politics, you don't think that all press is good press?
Do you think all press is good press?
Okay,
all publicity is good publicity.
Was it good publicity when Vivian Balakrishnan went to like Kelvin Cheng's post? Was that good publicity?
Or okay, like to shoot back that question, right? Is do you think because of that video he will lose votes?
I mean, for smaller opposition parties, their goal is to win over votes, right? So probably not. He's probably not going to win over. But now, I mean, the good thing about social media is that you can always flip things around, right? You can laugh it off. You can make a joke out of it. You can and I think Heng Swee Keat is catching on to it, because in his recent posts, he's been referencing East Coast Plan and trying to flip the narrative, right? So, and you see, I mean,
take back the word.
Smart.
and you learn it from the Taylor Swift playbook, like people call it snake, she made snake a whole era, right? So I guess now like Mr. Spencer Ng has such high visibility.
Yeah.
Like, how do you leverage that and be, savvy enough to turn that into a positive? I think that's the potential there, lah.
Yeah.
If it stops right there, then probably not.
But it needs to
your
be
question.
sizable enough for you to turn it. And you need to be media savvy enough to turn it.
Correct.
But it's the lack of media training that gave you that
Yeah,
moment in the first place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, so if you're watching this, do a tutorial. Do a breakdown. Here is what I meant.
Because
Yeah,
really
that would be so helpful.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
so helpful.
Yeah,
Because really-
I am not saying you all should street
Because
swipe.
Jade
What
here
you
thinks
do
that he
is-
actually saw lies.
No, I didn't. I thought he was thinking about it. He was like, because we've seen like really crazy shit that people have said. So it's not weird to me. They'll be like, wife swapping.
But I think all these memes, right, are actually very helpful to opposition parties, because it's like, if you are somebody that doesn't want to vote PAP, so you just, you are you don't really follow like news or whatever, right? You just know you don't like PAP. I think there are a lot of people that are like that. And then now you don't even know who is running in your area, like you never hear much about their history or their policies. Now you hear about this guy, then at least if you think like, okay, I don't know who I want to vote, I don't want to vote PAP, then I'll just vote this guy lor.
It's just like fresh on their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you definitely will not vote Mr. Wife Swap. That's what I'm saying. It's like you will alienate a lot of people who are unwilling to vote for PAP literally just want someone who is slightly credible. You don't even need to be that great. Like the people there's a percentage of people, and these people have been around since Lee Kuan Yew's time. Okay, even he didn't get more than 70 or 75% of the vote. I don't remember the stat.
Only once.
Yeah. But like, since then, there's like 30% of Singaporeans who are like, no PAP. I will not vote for PAP. And but then there's that middle section that will not, who are like, I don't want PAP, but I'd rather spoil my vote than vote for clown party. So you don't want to be a clown party because it will also tarnish like the work, your legacy, all that.
Does anyone remember Mr. Teo Ser Luck?
Can we watch it? Yes.
Okay, let me
Let's
pull
watch
it up.
it.
Deputy Prime Minister Teo Chee-Hean, you will vote for him or not?
Okay.
The
邱
applause.
志憲通算了沒？
Hey.
邱志憲，邱志憲，
So why is somebody
邱
clap?
志憲，Penny Low，
That was only the first member.
Penny Low，
Okay,
Penny Low，
Penny Low is doing better.
Daniel Puthucheary，
Huh?
Johnny Puthucheary，
The pen to the
Johnny
crowd.
Puthucheary， 甘天宝，甘天宝，甘天宝
Those two guys in the front, the cameras on you, clap.
，Zainal Sabri，Zainal Sabri， Lam Pin Min，Lam Pin Min，
Lampa! Hey.
Lam Pin Min。
Are you sure?
Can you leave one last year for me? You're select! You're select!
No, you had it in the back, brother. That was okay. You know what? I think.
Oh my god.
So I think he fucked up the first line, and then
Which is what?
the first name.
He also screwed up by saying everybody's names 3 times.
Yeah, so because the first one, I think he was supposed to say. So now imagine you're the first one. I'm like J Rasif. Then everybody, woo! I was supposed to say Joel, but I forgot Joel's name, and I go. Jerasif, you see again, and then he was like, oh my god. Then I think his face is like, oh my god, it's working out. Jerasif, and then he went, woo!
No, I think he was asking for it again because nobody was clapping. So he thought, it's like the teacher in primary school, like, guys, try again. Are we excited?
I cannot hear you.
I don't know who the videographer is, right? But they need to fight. That guy is an op. He's not a real friend. He's an op.
Yeah.
Imagine I ask someone to film my set for me as I'm like DJing, right? And they just go to like the people
the
who are the
deadest
least
crowd.
enthusiastic, and they're like, and then back at me, and then back at them. Okay, that guy's an op. He's actually working for Lim Tin. Need to investigate him. When I go to your show tomorrow, I just film the people who are not laughing. I post on Instagram.
Damn bastard.
The offender Makchi in the back.
But he won.
He won?
No.
He won what? No meh?
Oh, he won because he is PAP.
He's busy.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of the time we give the PAP a lot of allowances that we like a lot more grace than we would give, Choices and
Choices.
and both PAP.
Choices.
We need to give them more grace.
Yeah, he was an ex-minister of state apparently.
This is the sad thing, right? We are taking like people who are not public speakers. A lot of them are like very highly skilled technocrats, and they're good at their job. But then now we force them to be in front of a crowd, and it's scary. So I get it, to expect them to go in front of the crowd. A lot of very highly skilled people are not extroverts, and they're not comfortable doing that. Maybe they've been in school their whole life that didn't encourage even social skills, basic social skills. I think you meet a lot of people who are very good at their jobs, but even their social skills are lacking.
Yeah. I mean, that boo to PAP guy, you can tell he was damn nervous and he didn't know what to say. And then the crowd was just like, okay.
No, and he was ending his speech already. So after that, he finished.
Yeah, and you could tell that he was actually very nervous. When he was pointing, he was like, actually, what do I do with this? That's mean 3 finger pointing.
Okay, I think you're right. He was improv.
Yeah, he was
It's actually so scary though. If you were to make a rally speech, you know that everybody here are trying to win them over. It is so intimidating, no? But you are okay.
I think
He's fine. He will love it.
I think stick to the program. Just stick to it.
So Mr. Teo Ser Luck's viral moment, we will rank it as a...
I say mid.
Meet after we laugh at him.
Wait. This is the.
But I'm laughing. But we laugh at him not because of him. It's because of the camera guy. That
No,
guy
okay,
who is like
So camera guy goated.
camera
Okay.
guy.
For
He
real,
made it.
no, for real, I see the vision. I see what he's
Yes,
trying to do.
people were cheering. If it was like, everybody give it up for Penny Ling. Wow! Like, it would have been so great. But we also have to understand the context of when this was filmed. It's 2011.
Yeah.
There were these huge rallies. And like, Chiam Si Tong used to have rallies in like Toa Payoh where I live. And at the Chiam Si Tong rally, people like love him. They would show up in droves. They would cheer. They were like, boo, PAP. They were really like feeling it. So I think PAP felt compelled to respond in a way that was very un-PAP. Like, very not like this man.
Right.
So I kind of
Yeah,
understand
actually, you know what?
the
It'll be good-
context.
It'll be good context to see which came first. Whether this one or the boo to PAP.
I mean, Lee Kuan Yew also had very passionate speeches.
Yeah.
But he's one very good.
Yeah, last maybe
Especially
they were just
the-
trying to live up to that.
Especially when the pilots was doing a strike, right?
Yeah. Teo Ser Luck then after that didn't
I see the
contest
vision.
in 2020 onwards. He didn't contest and now he is in private.
Wow, we just laughed him out of running.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So that is, I see the vision.
I see the vision.
Okay.
Why not bounce out? Let the major players battle it out. Let me pose you this question. Life is about choices. In Singapore, we are blessed with choices in many aspects of life.
We are. right.
Imagine a situation where the choice is made for you. Because I want to empower you to make informed decisions about your future. I am still here talking to you. Reaching out to you because I believe in the cause. You want
The music is a violation.
You see, now and you, hey, bitch, in the last episode, you gave him aura maxing, I think.
I did not.
And you said, you know what?
I said-
based on the policy he's pushing. How he push? How he push?
I said based on this, it was skibbity. Based on the policy, it
Yeah,
was okay.
but how he push the policy?
Listen, on policy, I agree.
Good morning, Singaporeans.
No, but the thing he's saying is correct though. Like it's agreeable. He's not saying
Yeah.
rubbish.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like when you drive a Toyota through the mud, the outside looks bare, it's full of mud, but the inside still got the engine of a Toyota. It's still a good car. You see what I mean? So I like the policy,
But not the charges.
I don't like the
Charges.
messing.
Yeah. This one's skibidi toilet.
And you know what? I don't like to laugh at people because they can't pronounce things. I mean, I do it, but like I don't like it. Makes me feel like a bad
It's
person.
on camera lah. You don't have to lie, legit. It's on camera.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay,
wait,
it's
but-
not good to laugh at people, right? Because they can't speak.
It's true, yeah. But if you're rating it in terms of a meme, it's goated lah, no?
As
I feel
a
like
meme, yes.
As a meme, it's goated. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It's the music.
But I just need you guys to know that they want to lower GST.
Our big thing.
But so do many other
They
opposition
want to
parties.
Yeah.
lower GST.
I mean, like,
They want to control immigration.
now let's imagine how the meeting went.
No, SDA. He is the okay. Listen,
Sorry.
he's the chairperson, so he is actually the boss. So it's like if you call the meeting, then we all have to say yeah lah.
Yeah lah. So and then let's call a vote. Who is our spokesperson? I will say obviously not Desmond, right? What I'm trying to say is, sir, you have very bad friends. Hey,
You have
listen.
children or wife.
If I ever make this kind of embarrassing video and you never call me out on
I
it,
will
right?
call you out on it.
Yeah,
I'll send you and say what the hell is this?
yeah. I will say take it down.
But you're a comedian.
No, I'm saying
Not
if-
running for.
I know. So where are your friends? Like,
No, but you must think that like despite this, right, he wanted to speak for Singaporeans.
yes, I know. But I'm saying just
Yeah.
hire another person. Hire a person to
Oh,
say things for
be
you.
behind
Or choose someone from the team who you know can do public speaking.
Yeah, so that's why
and
I'm saying-
communicate the party's policies better, because you know that there are people who will definitely support you if you can communicate that
Exactly.
across.
So I'm
Yeah.
saying your team is actually ops. They're ops. They want to see you. They want to see you embarrass yourself.
Maybe the guy is maybe the guy thought is also the same ilk as he is, and he thought like, oh yeah, try just yeah good. So you don't know.
No,
Maybe he was the best choice already. With that. The interesting thing is that they actually kind of credit him for doing Singapore's first online rally. So back then, right, when they did this, I think it was June 2020, it was like kind of like COVID period. And then after that, they did an online rally. And back then, everybody laughed at them. Like they're like, what is this? You know, they also had some like verbal like mess ups lah. So people also laugh at them for that. But now it's like, actually they were in the future.
I want to talk to people online.
I love it. They should. And I
were
think
visionaries.
they should. Yeah,
No.
as he said, they need a little bit more.
Yeah, so that guy that's coming out with the idea should also be the spokesperson.
A little bit more media training.
He's not this guy.
We definitely cannot miss out this specific meme. I do a YouTube premium.
East Coast residents, we also have a plan for the East Coast. We have East Coast, Singapore. We have a together at East Coast plan. We care at East Coast. So we look forward to working closely together with our residents to enable the East Coast and the whole of Singapore to emerge from this stronger. So we humbly ask for your support, for your
So based on how much you hated the previous guy.
This is the worst PAP moment in my lifetime, eh.
Okay.
What the fuck? That was really damn bad, lah. That was really, I saw, I'm like, fam.
No, but I remember a few, I don't know whether months or years after that, right? People started receiving like the pamphlet that there was actually a plan, and the plan's name is actually quite complicated, which kind of explained why he screwed it up. So it was really like, I think like the plan for East Coast plan, that kind of thing. Like the word plan really repeats. That's why they say that's why he screwed it up. I just think it's funny because this election they changed their tagline to East Side, Best Side.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, his GRC.
Maybe he might fuck it up again because it rhymes.
Because got two words, the side.
Yeah,
so
East
East
side-
backside.
East, best, side.
It's like those signboards that is like you have to read it in the wrong order.
You want to know something like really sad about the moment? So I was laughing about it so much. I bought the t-shirt and everything, right? And then I wore it on my way home from Switzerland, and I was in the Zurich airport, and I was at the lounge waiting for my flight. And then who do I see but it's another minister or ex-minister. And he's like, oh, Jade. And I'm like, oh, hi. So we're having wine. And he looks at my shirt. And it takes him a second, but he's like, you know he had a stroke, right? And
Oh no.
yeah.
You should have started with that before we diss him.
Why didn't you say? No, but I think it's because he was like, they wanted him to go for a high position and they didn't want people to question his health. But say it lah. Then I wanted to take it off, but underneath I was only wearing like this tiny tank top. It was too cold. So whatever.
Wait, so he had a stroke before?
But I don't know. This is what was communicated to me by the ex-minister.
Okay. You know what? But
So or maybe he was just trying to make me feel bad. Like maybe he was just trying to like. But I was like, oh, that's not funny then.
okay, if he had a stroke before, then I understand why he repeated the words lah. But if he had a stroke after, I mean, either way, the public played a huge
He
part.
had a stroke 8 years ago lah, so it was before, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
When was Charles Yeo, was his name?
Yes.
Making the speech
In Mandarin?
Yeah.
我想向你们道歉，因为我们今天本来是苏先生要给这个台词的，可是因为他病倒了，他不能够出席。我们不要让这回事影响到今天所要讨论的话题。不管行动。
He's explaining that he's not supposed to be the one giving the speech, and then somebody fell sick, so now he has to take it on, but his Chinese not good. So then he struggled through this entire speech with like Singlish.
No, the whole thing. The
The
whole thing.
woman, whatever 你的问题.
I need to find the origin.
Are you looking for Jian cardboard?
So because that too, and then it was the whole context, because I think before that everybody was like taking on those podiums, but then when it came to his particular team, like it was just two people. So immediately people were like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why only two people when it's a GRC? But it's because like one of them fell sick. I don't know what else happened. And then his Chinese wasn't as fluent. So people just started making fun of him. But I thought it was very endearing. Like actually, the whole moment was
So like
cute,
the transition finish come out. There's only two of them.
Yo! Why is there only two of them? Because the rest sick.
didn't want to come.
No, they
didn't
sick.
show
He
up.
fell sick.
All three of them fell sick.
They
I don't know.
just
I don't know.
didn't
I don't
show
know. I
up.
don't know.
And they left him alone. And
Hey.
he couldn't speak Chinese.
Ops. It's planned.
It's not.
It's planned.
It's not. They just purpose. No.
The
They
team
knew,
members,
they knew this guy had bad Chinese.
Kenneth Jayaratnam, Andy Chu, and Darren So were not present.
No, but there was one thing he said like 我们 something 你的问题 or something like that. It's basically like he was like making stuff up. You know when you don't know a word and then you just pretend like
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, the rest of the teammates knew he had bad Chinese. They were like, let's not show up. He's going to embarrass
Okay, wait,
himself.
so-
you know what? We will do that shit. If we know Joel's going to embarrass himself, it's going to
Remind me to
let's not.
never run with you.
Let's not be on camera because we are going to get picked on.
I mean it's true.
Yeah. So I'm
So
telling you, that's
smart.
what the team was doing.
But I respect him for trying.
Yeah, he really tried though.
Because he
really
didn't have to. He could
Yeah.
have just phoned it in, but he wanted to still come across to the Chinese voters
Yeah.
and reach out to them.
Can you imagine if the other girl is just doing,
She was lah.
yeah, why the hell you co-signing this shit?
But the more crazy thing is what happened to him afterwards.
Why? He went for Chinese
so he
classes.
he got arrested for like criminal breach of trust as a lawyer or something. And then he went on the run. So he skipped town while
He's
out
seeking
on
asylum
bail.
right now
Yeah.
in
Oh.
the UK.
Oh.
But you want to know something? He actually has. I need to say something about him, right? His name, his Instagram name is. And I don't want to like push his channel because I think a lot of the stuff on there might be defamatory. So I don't want to be liable for it. But he knows like mad shit. Like he will say shit on that channel before it hits the news. He knew about Vivian Balakrishnan and Shanmugam's housing situation before it even hit the news.
Oh wow.
I don't know how he knows. He just knows.
Okay.
Like, so before stuff hits the news, I don't know who his source is, but like sometimes he'll say something and then it like happens.
right.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Okay, last one to end off.
Okay.
Boo to the
I bet everyone has this on their list.
A handshake is basically a promise, a commitment, a tall order means I must meet that tall order and it's for you. And it's for you in sense that three fingers also pointing me, it's also for me. It's for us. And if the result is good, thumbs up, man. If the result is lousy, what happened? Boo! Boo to PAP! Thank you, fellow Singaporeans.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Wait, so this is what? Is it
No,
goated?
no.
Is this,
It's
do we
a-
still have the ranking system?
Yes, it's the same ranking
the
system.
fingers pointing at you.
The three finger is pointing at me,
Yeah.
so it's you and then me.
Yeah. Then if it's good, thumbs up, man. This one goated. Goated.
Got that.
Goat
Yeah.
tier level.
Instant
Good.
icon.
I love that he is so passionate about whatever he was talking about. But I have no idea. Because like before we could vote, right? Or was it 2015?
I don't remember.
I don't know
Yeah.
which year it was, but I
this
could
was
not.
before we could vote.
Yeah, I couldn't vote.
I couldn't vote.
One moment.
But I like the spice.
Yeah.
I feel like we need that.
No, and then he was so polite. He was like, "Boo to the baby." Thank you.
It was GE 2011.
Yeah, because
Iconic.
Damn long
so
ago.
thank you for your passion.
Yeah.
Where's he
Where's
now?
he now?
Is he still running?
He was around in the previous GE with NSP. Yeah, but this GP, this GE is nowhere to be found.
Yeah. So,
No.
In preparation for this episode, right, I thought what would be interesting is that maybe there is some deep context that people are like not getting and they're just taking this moment and like laughing at him, but actually he was talking about something very serious. So I went to watch the rally, right? Actually nothing. It was really...
Oh, I thought you were building up to something.
Yeah.
No, I
So
also
it-
thought I was building up to something as I was researching.
So it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Oh my god. Okay, do these people have teleprompters?
Don't have. It's a rally.
Yeah, it's a rally.
what
It was a-
teleprompters? The guy was reading off the phone, even the guy you like.
Which guy?
The guy that you like.
The handsome guy?
The rocket scientist. He was
No,
reading off his phone.
yeah, he had a
So what teleprompter?
I mean, a
Did you
rally,
read the
a rally very dangerous. It's
It's
even
for
more dangerous because
teleprompter
so many
expensive.
people.
This is 2011.
To conclude, we're gonna pick our favorite meme out of everything that we have ranked. So this is the all-time most viral.
Can we reenact? Can we all reenact?
Okay, so
it?
the first one is Boo to PAP, and then there's Teo Ser Luck, please clap for me. Choices, East Coast Plan, Chelsea Chinese, and also being a spy, apparently. And then everybody comes from a humble background, and wife swap guy.
So goated who is goated Wow,
Most
memorable, most memorable
Say
guy.
it like 5 times.
Boo to PAP lah.
Yeah.
That one is like an East Coast Plan This either these two already.
I think East Coast Plan is more fresh because we were all watching. Were you watching it live? And you were just like...
Yeah, and the crowd picked up so quick. Like the TikToks pick up so quick. It's like within the
He
hour.
said it in the wrong era. He said it in the wrong era
What
also.
was it? You Tiao 666.
Yeah,
Came out with the first one.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just like, whoa,
Within an
everybody's
hour.
just...
Okay, yeah. East
Yeah,
Coast
and the
Plan.
t-shirts came out less than a week after.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, then East
It was
Coast Plan
also
should be
COVID.
good.
East Coast Plan.
We were so bored.
So
know.
East Coast Plan,
Really, top number one.
number one.
The
Wow.
all-time most viral and memorable moment of GE.
He was this close to being the Prime Minister.
That's true.
That killed his career in one speech.
Wait, then maybe he purposely did it.
No. Nobody would do that on
Prime
purpose.
Minister of Singapore, you have the most power.
No, but not everybody.
What was he like? They put him in a position that was
Like
like,
maybe after stroke,
BPM.
he don't want already.
yeah, he was going to be the Prime Minister.
Yeah, I know.
And then he got destroyed.
Yeah, then I think that will be
He
based
got
on
destroyed.
everything else, based on what came out of it, t-shirts,
And
merch,
can
and
we
everything.
also check like what margin they won by? Because if I'm not wrong, it wasn't even by a good margin, despite the fact they might have had the future PM. You will never imagine like PM Lee getting those kind of numbers.
I think that played more into him not being PM because it was I think it was Nicosia's party.
yes.
Yeah.
They won with 53.41%, which was down from 60.73 in 2015.
Imagine getting 60.73 and then you go down to like 50. You win by 3%. 3%. That's sad. He killed, and he's going to be the PM, you know. Killed it.
So goated lah. I would say that's goated lah.
Can I defend my boo to PAP? I feel like that one really like best of all time. Man. Like all time.
But then she got no merch.
No, but that same
No.
speech have two great memes also. The thumbs up man was
Yeah.
huge too.
Oh, okay.
It's like thumbs up, man.
Yeah.
And it's red. Boo! Iconic.
But what
iconic.
changed the course of Singapore? The speech was so bad. He was bullied.
It became
he was
colloquial
bullied.
language.
So has
Yeah.
East Coast Plan. It's like 4 years later, you every
No.
time you say there's-
Actually, you're talking about colloquial language, like thumbs up, man. Still a lot of people use. Until today, people still got it.
drive through East Coast and they're like, "What's the plan? Like, is this the plan?" You know, that day I was driving through and I was looking at the condos. I was like, "Hey, very nice. Muna has one here." Like looking at all the condos, very nice, very nice. And then like my friend who was driving me was like, "Yeah, this one the East Coast Plan." And I was like, "Ooh, still relevant. Still relevant."
Okay, definitely has the biggest impact.
Yeah.
You know, Wiki could have been our PM right now. Like, instead of Lawrence Wong giving the speech about American tariffs, you could have seen a guy sitting there telling you about his
so
East
the
Coast
plan
plan.
of the terrorist is the
tariff
terrorist
plan.
plan.
That would have been so different.
So we've come to the end, guys, and the conclusion is East Coast Plan will be the is goated as the best top viral moment in general elections
Ever.
ever. Unless something comes out after this video.
Legacy.
Actually, for the past like 20 years.
We will be back for another 2.
Oh, now the ribbon heart is trending, guys.
So we do this.
The newest heart is a ribbon heart.
Yeah.
Thanks
so
for
we'll be back
watching.
for another 2 episodes of this G commentary version of Just Saying, and stay tuned. Bye bye.